back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Legend of Dragoon. Now that we have beaten up a barrage, now we can try and make our way out of the volcano.
Yep. NPC or a new party member?
NPC.
Ah.
Did you hear something? Nah, it's just the wind. Help!
Oh, I was like low-key hoping they were just gonna draw that one out. It's like I swear I'm hearing something.
Help!
Must be in my imagination.
If someone does not help me, I am so going to fall into the lava!
It's like, how did I get myself into this wacky predicament?
Oh. It's like, nah, I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
That is actually kind of generous.
So he gave us an accessory.
That's a sapphire.
Alright.
Let's sell it.
He is funny.
What a funny little man.
Little. He actually looked rather bulky, actually.
Alright, so when damaged by magic, MP is accumulated. So
Oh, hell yeah. I love those kinds of items.
yeah, that's actually a good item to have for somebody that's gonna be like a primary magic user. Like anything to restore MP. But as of right now, we can't really do anything with it. You know.
Right. Hey, look, it's Moltres.
Moltres! Alright, let's weaken it first and then catch it.
Actually, what kind of bird is that? Now that I'm looking at it, like I couldn't really tell from the angle. So
It's obviously supposed to be a phoenix.
Yeah, I was gonna say, more than likely a phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, it's like why they don't just call it phoenix, but either way.
Also shrunk.
Okay, it's like, okay, let's just throw a water item at it.
Oh, please tell me it just like disintegrates. Oh, I was like hoping that I would hope like the fire would go out and just like be like this really pathetic little bird underneath.
No.
Like,
oh, holy shit!
Oh god, you know what? Actually, that reminds me. So I haven't seen this episode yet, but in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, there was an episode where I guess like all the characters like take like a stop at a hot spring or something, and they all have like different ride Pokemon, and Lily's was an Altaria. So Altaria gets all excited and decides to jump into the water. When it comes out, and remember, Altaria is the Pokemon whose feathers are made of cotton. When it comes out, the cotton's all shriveled up, and its wings are like these little skinny nubs. And I'm sitting here like, what? I'll send you guys a picture real quick.
Oh dear.
Okay. Well, send it after after we record.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember we're watching this on Discord, so I think if you try sending it, it's gonna like fuck it up or something.
Oh, you are watching it? I'm watching it on YouTube.
I'm watching it on Discord.
Okay. Well. And then it died because it flew into lava.
But it's made out of fire, though.
Yeah, it's like no, it just brought out some helpers.
Floating volcano balls. Got it.
Yep. So
Fire balls. I'm gonna whip smack that fireball.
yeah, I mean it's like again the fireballs don't do a whole lot of damage, but you know they will attack regardless. So it's where it's just like take them out.
Is it really a good idea to throw explosions at them?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, I guess if you go by Paper Mario 2 logic, where fire enemies are weak to explosions. RPGs are weird.
I want everyone to save that quote. RPGs are weird.
Then again, I guess if you really think about it, like, if an explosion happens next to a fire, how would the fire react? Would that cause the fire to be put out, or would that just add to the fire?
I would assume it would add to it, because I mean, what else is an explosion other than really dangerous fire?
There's a physics problem here that I don't know how to answer because I never took a physics class in my life. I opted for forensic science.
Alright, so now you're gonna see that, now that Rose is level 2, yeah, you'll see now, yeah, she's gonna be in her Dragoon form for 2 turns.
Are you gonna show off the other attack?
I don't have enough MP for it.
Damn it.
But that's okay. It's not gonna really help. Because, Astral Drain only targets 1. Now her next spell, Death Dimension, it is a skill that attacks, like, all enemies. But it's like, even if I had the MP, it's really not worth using a skill like that on one opponent.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but the Death Dimension, I believe I mentioned this before, like, I think in the, like 2 videos ago. Death Dimension, not only does it deal damage to all enemies, but it does give the chance of inflicting fear. But, as I've said, I've never been able to get the fear effect off whenever I want it to. Like, it rarely ever goes off for me, so I'm just like, I'm not gonna really rely on that. Right. And Dart killed the Moltres.
Well, gotta soft reset and try again for that shiny.
Alright, take that, Team Valor.
Team Mystic for the win.
Hell yeah.
Whoop whoop!
But Tish.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it, Dart.
Wow, things were really heating up back there, am I right?
It's like, God damn it, Dart!
You just push him with the lava.
Ah!
Hey, you. I need the ruby ring. I gotta make the matching set.
Alright, okay, listen.
Yeah,
I'll trade you this ruby ring for that sapphire ring. What you just gave me this ring.
What if you sell him the sapphire ring? What the fuck?
Actually, okay, I'm gonna need that sapphire ring back. Alright, but it'll cost you 10,000 yen. What? Wait.
That's okay.
Yen?
But I mean,
No.
yeah, but suffice it to say, pretty much now that we've gotten out of the volcano, now we're pretty much making our way deep into the dragon's nest. Like, we finally reached the goddamn thing. So, Davos there was just pretty much, okay, if you need to stock up on potions or anything, you go to him while he's at the volcano.
Are we gonna be seeing Davos often for that same role?
Davos, you're gonna actually see again, like, after the dragon's nest, like, the next town that we're going to be going into, Lohan, that's actually where he came from. So we will be seeing Davos again.
Don't you feel it? Feel what? The love.
The rhythm?
God damn it.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh, God. A normal person can't be exposed to this poison. What? How dare you call love poison?
Wow, Lavitz.
Oh, okay, I'm not feeling too good. Dart, can you carry me again?
Yeah, carry me again, Dart.
Please help me, my handsome prince.
Where the fuck is she going?
Shauna, stop doing that! Get back here!
Yeah, meanwhile, Rose is just like, I have regret my choices.
Yada yada does it.
What does it even mean? You keep saying that.
Yada yada does it? That's Jotaro's catchphrase from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Basically, he's saying, oh, good grief.
Good grief, give me a break.
You know, yeah, like Jotaro would say that like all the goddamn time in Stardust Crusaders, where it's like something will happen or somebody will say something, like be it like a threat or something meaningful or something, and he's just like, oh, good grief, shut the fuck up.
You could say he took a page from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
I don't like that pulsating thing in the back.
Let's fight it.
I think that's supposed to be like some weird kind of plant or something. Like some kind of a weird balloon plant or something that's blocking the way.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like, it's pretty much a roadblock, like, you know, like what it's blocking, we can't get there yet. So just continue forward.
New enemy?
Yep.
Yes.
The fuck?
Oh my god!
So we got like a Pelipers and something else.
No, those fuckers look like something from Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatcher!
I've never played Billy Hatcher, so I can't really tell you.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's like the only thing of Billy Hatcher I've seen, I think, was Some Call Me Johnny's review of it.
I feel like it should be taking more advantage of its beak. And what's that over in the middle? Oh, Lizard Man, gotcha.
Yeah, a lizard man. Yeah, but yeah, it's got a physical barrier up, so... Yeah, whenever you see an enemy put a barrier up like that, it's like, yeah, you just kind of gotta wait it out, you know, until it does like another attack or something, because anytime you try to attack it, it's 0 damage. Like, every freaking time. So it's not even like something where it's like, okay, somebody attack it once, and then, okay, barrier's down, now everybody go after it. It's like, no, when the barrier is up, the barrier is up. And, you know, sometimes I get the unfortunate luck where I'll go up against an enemy where it's like, they put up a barrier. Okay, I'll take a couple of turns, I'll wait them out, you know, I'll defend, and wait until they do another attack. And what do? They put the barrier back up. Okay, I'll wait again. And they put it back up again. It's like, do you do anything else, motherfucker?
You're just delaying the inevitable, dude.
I mean, it's like, dude, all you're doing is you're just giving me free HP.
Thanks.
So it's less of a traditional RPG shield, more of Protect from Pokemon.
Yeah.
You got bats?
Yeah, like one-legged bat creature.
I don't think it's a leg, more so some kind of tail. Tricky bat.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I always assumed it was a leg just because it kind of, you know, I've seen like the claws at the end. That's kind of what it looks like to me. It just looks like it's a weird leg with claws.
I see more of a mace. Looks like a macey tail.
Something like that, yeah. It's like I'm sure this is not exactly what they were trying to go for, but it's like a massive eyeball with wings with a massive macey tail.
Either way, they are abominations that need to die. But they have high fucking evasion. God damn, I hate enemies like this.
It's like,
Yeah.
hey, don't. It's like, hey, I like their design. Don't be. Oh god damn it! They are beautiful creatures. Much like those Pelipper creatures. They were amazing to look at too.
They are flying, therefore Shauna should be doing extra damage to them.
Yeah, it's like, alas, VJ, this is still not Fire Emblem.
That's not even just Fire Emblem. There's lots of games that like will have the bow and arrow user be good against flying enemies.
Chainmail.
It's like, armor! I needs the armor!
Oh god, the curse of the chain letter.
It's like, yes, give Dart the armor.
Survey says...
Alright, what are we going up against? I don't remember.
What the hell?
I don't remember this thing. Mandrake, okay.
Oh, it's a plant. Okay.
Yeah, Mandrake looks really amazing too.
See, when it's like, again, whenever I think like Mandrake and everything, like, usually like, you think like the traditional, like, I think like the closest, I think nowadays, like if you don't play RPGs and stuff, like, you think of like the Mandragores from Harry Potter. They're like literally like the like screaming baby trees and shit. That's like usually like whenever you see like mandrakes or mandragores in RPGs, that's what they are. They're just like demon trees. I wouldn't think this.
Well, it looks like a plant. Like it looks like it shot seeds at you. It looks like some kind of flower with legs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, it's like imagine if Harry Potter pulled that out of the potted plant.
I'm trying to think. Shin Megami Tensei has a demon that's a mandrake, right? It's literally just like a person with like a flower on its head.
Oh, it's like there's so many freaking things in the Shin Megami Tensei series that's like I don't remember exactly.
I think in Persona 5 it's like one of the first enemies you can fight.
Yeah, I gotta remember that one.
Okay, you know what? Now that you brought that up, okay, I've been meaning to ask this, but I always keep forgetting to do so. As someone who has not watched the anime or played the game of Persona 5, would it be best if I played the game first or watch the anime first, or does it really matter?
Get back to me on that one because, without spoiling anything, where the anime is at right now, I guess to kind of give Danny an idea, the quote unquote final party member just joined.
Okay.
Oh.
And that's where they're at right now, and I'm still waiting for it to happen. The director of the animation, or somebody who's involved with that animation, said there's supposed to be some kind of big change that happens to the plot compared to the game, and it hasn't happened yet. Everything's been pretty much the same so far, with a few minor changes, which are mostly just there to help shorten the story. But even then, it's still pretty much the same. You get the same idea.
Yeah.
Definitely play the game because the game is amazing.
Yeah, I would say play the game regardless because the game just really is that good. But it's like, it's like if you bring that up where, if you're going to watch the anime adaptation, but they're going to change something narratively from the game, then it's like, okay, now we're getting something completely different here. So then it's like, I guess now it's just a matter of, do you want the original source material? And if so, play the game.
Oh, okay.
At this point, honestly, I'm starting to wonder if there even is going to be a change, because I feel like if it may just be a late plot thing. Like, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Okay. Hold on. Was this something in the game, or was I just hearing like a police siren or something?
No, not in the game.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I knew it. So it was something outside. What the? Jesus Christ.
The bravery amulet. What brave tribe yokai we getting today, Danny?
Jeez.
It's like I don't know.
Anyway, because it's like I asked that because it's like I know when it came to like a Persona 4, it's like I didn't really see like much of like the actual game in action, but I did see the entirety of like the anime adaptation back then. So I wasn't entirely sure if I should like take the exact same direction, like whenever I do get around to looking into Persona 5.
I haven't seen either.
Yeah. Well, as far as Persona 4 goes, it's like, Again, I would personally recommend playing Persona 4 regardless, because Persona 4 is also really damn good. But I will say, though, that the anime adaptation was very faithful to it. There was, like, very little that changed from the game to the anime adaptation. Very little. Like, most of what they were doing was, like, maybe they're gonna add a couple of little scenes or something here and there, but it's mostly of just, like, the characters hanging out, because, one of the things that they had to do with the anime adaptation is to actually give the main protagonist a character. Because in the Persona games, your lead character is always the silent protagonist. So when you're going to do an anime adaptation, it's like, okay, what are we going to do with the main character now? We can't have him stay silent throughout the entire anime. So they did have to like, maybe like add a couple of dialogues or something, just to kind of help give the main character a character.
Well, that's also what they're doing with Ren in Persona 5, and they really Ren does pretty much have a personality, like in the animation. Like, he's still very quiet for the most part. He doesn't talk too often, but when his personality is very clearly defined. He's also a bit of a dork, which I love. Like, actually, there was one funny little gag that they actually added to the anime, which wasn't in the game, so it's not really a spoiler. That I thought was hilarious. Like, during the festival scene, at the school festival, Danny. Mm-hmm. Hold on. What's this? Actually, I'll say it after this. What is this? Graham? Who's Graham?
Graham.
Okay. Well, in which case, in which case, I don't know. What's happening, Danny? Explain.
Well, yeah, it's like, yeah, so this guy here that they found here, Lavitz recognizes him. He was basically his father's right-hand man, when his father was a knight. But, yeah, this guy pretty much betrayed everybody. He went over to Sandora. So Lavitz is like, you betrayed my father, you betrayed my king, It's like, I will avenge my father and everything, all that other fun stuff, but...
Also, Rose's armor was just popping in and out a lot, and it was really distracting.
Okay.
Like what? You didn't see that?
No, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna just take a wild guess here and say that Lavitz is gonna get his Dragoon after this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's
so. Yeah, so, yep, just as Rose said. So usually, like, okay, if there's gonna be a dragon, chances are likely the dragon is not acting on its own. There's probably a Dragoon behind it, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So Graham here was given the Dragoon spirit, so he's like, oh, hey, check it out, I got all this power now, and because he defected over to Sandora, he's the reason why the Civil War is, like, shifted to the point that it has, where Sandora's, like, on the brink of victory, is solely because of this guy, just because he's got the Dragoon spirit.
Best be snatched that from him.
Yeah, so pretty much, we get to fight both him and the dragon. Now, so of course we got Fairbrand, and then you got Graham. Take the Dragoon out first. It's like, the Dragoon, at least, like, as far as, like, my experience goes, the dragon does hit harder, but the Dragoon does hit a lot more. So it's like, get rid of the Dragoon, it has less health, and it does, it's less of an annoyance compared to the dragon.
Get it off!
Also, I'm going to assume that Graham here can stay as a Dragoon infinitely. Meanwhile, when Lavitz inevitably gets it, he'll only be able to do it once a turn as well.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of tossing candy ass shit was that?
Yeah, really.
Huh. Well, anyway, I guess while this boss fight's going on, as I was saying prior.
Yeah, back to what you were talking about with Persona 5.
Yeah, so in the school festival, some of the students, like, built up, like, this little haunted house, and some of the other students were dressed up as, as little monsters in the haunted house. Like, One girl had like a cloak and was wearing a mask. Ren saw this, snuck up behind her, grabbed her mask, and was like, "I will demask you."
Oh my god.
And then Ryuji just slaps him in the back of the head, like, "Dude, what the hell?" It's like, "Sorry, force of habit."
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Yeah, well, because I mean that's like even like in the Persona 4 anime, and this is especially the case in the dub. And you know, honestly, I think like what you call it, Johnny Young Bosch really hit it out of the park here. The big character trait that they gave Yuna Urukami in Persona 4 that is so goddamn funny is his reactions are so goddamn deadpan. Like there's a point like when they're first discovering like, you know, the Midnight Channel, and you know, he goes to like stick his hand in the TV that is the link to the Midnight Channel, and you know what you see like in the game and everything is, you know, he sticks his hand in, but then something bites his hand and he flinches. But in the anime, he sticks his hand in, something bites him, he pulls it out, and you know, you see like Chie is like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And he just responds like deadpan, "I think I might be dying."
Okay.
Like that's just his character trait. He just responds so goddamn deadpan, and like it adds to the humor.
Really? I need to eventually watch Persona 4's plot at some point.
It is good. It is quite good.
I probably will just watch the anime whenever I have time for it. Like, there's a lot of anime that I have on my list. Like, Sophia really wants me to watch My Hero Academia, and I want to get to that. I want to catch up with the Sun and Moon anime, but it's like, I just don't have the time. Like, right now, I have only 2 priority animes, I should say, 3 priority shows that I will watch when there's a new episode of, no matter what's going on. And that's Persona 5, Yokai Watch Shadow Side, and then Steven Universe. And that's it.
Yeah, that's like I gotta catch up on My Hero Academia, because you know I've now watched like the first like 7 episodes or something from the marathon that Toonami had a couple of weeks ago. So I was like, I started watching it and I liked what I saw, so I gotta catch up with that, you know, to where they are, because I think Realmore said they're on like season 3 or something, so they're not too far into it. So it's like, okay, you know, that should be relatively easy for me to catch up on. So I need to catch up on that one, and then yeah, we are less than a month away from JoJo Part 5.
Yes. Oh fuck! Ryan, my wiggly.
Fuck him up.
Oh god! Oh fuck! My other wiggly. Fuck!
Those were my only Winglies.
I knew my wigglies all so well, and you took them away from me. Oh, I got a deep gash in my wiggly.
And then he just
I must go.
Yep. So okay, so we got rid of Graham. Now it's time to just focus on the dragon.
Anyway, it's like, what was it? God, it's like, I know I only saw, like, I think it was, like clips of, like, the first episode of, like, the English dub of Diamond is Unbreakable, thanks to you, Danny. I have yet to actually sit down and, like, watch what has been aired so far, like, in the Season 3 English dub.
Okay. Well, it's like, as far as Diamond is Unbreakable, they've only aired the first 3 episodes, so you're still very much in the beginning. And it's like, and like, I know, like, I've been sharing clips with you. I know I was sharing clips with, I think, Matt. You know, because I remember a while ago, he was telling me on Twitter that one of his favorite characters from Diamond is Unbreakable is Okuyasu. So as soon as Okuyasu's dub voice was revealed, I had to link him a clip to it, so it's like, okay, here's your boy. And I gotta say, Okuyasu's voice, fucking perfect.
Oh man, I would certainly hope so, because out of all of the voices that you would hear in the original Japanese airing, you know, or whatever, Okuyasu was like my favorite voice.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like, they managed to keep the gruffness and everything for the English dub, so they actually managed to keep that. But, you know, a funny thing about the actor that played him, you know, he previously voiced Vanilla Ice in Stardust Crusaders, and, you know, and I think, like, as far as, like, other voices, because he hasn't been in a lot of things, but other voices I recognize, he voiced Kaneshiro in Persona 5.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so one of the villains in Persona 5 is now, like, one of the main characters in JoJo Part 4, so I was like, hot damn, because it was like, I think if anything that just probably shows the guy's range, because it's like, I hear Kaneshiro, I listen to Vanilla Ice, I listen to Okuyasu, I don't know, I personally could not tell that all three of those characters were voiced by the same guy.
And you're referring to an English voice actor, right?
An English voice actor, yes.
Huh.
Like, I mean, I'll link you guys, like, when we're done commentating.
Alright. But yeah, it's like, if anything, it's like, in regards to, like, current animes or whatever, it's like, I know that I would, like, if I'm feeling, like, interested in doing so, I would just, like, jump into, like, a pre-existing anime that has been out already, but I just haven't had time to watch it. I would just be like, okay, I'll dedicate some time to just watching through that. But as of recent, like, I've just been keeping up with, like, the latest, like, episodes of, like, the English dub for Overlord Season 3.
I heard a lot about Overlord too. Like, I heard a lot of people are liking that.
Oh yeah, it's like I know, like, one of the biggest things people go on about is how, like, oh, what's this? A real life person gets trapped in, like, a virtual world? It's like, what is this Sword Art Online Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit? And it's like, I get that, but it's like, I can't really say for certain, like, why exactly that is, because I haven't really seen, like, Sword Art Online in general. And honestly,
From what I've gathered, because I haven't seen Sword Art Online either, I do hear it's a very divisive series. It's one of those series where it's like, you really like it or you really hate it. There's, like, no in between.
Yeah, it's like, hell, I even remember, like, I don't remember who the user was, but I remember, like, in the related videos, no less, I see this thumbnail, and it's like, it was like the video title of it was like pretty much a person, like, going into detail on how exactly Overlord, like, differs from Sword Art Online. I still think I actually probably need to watch this one of these days, because I'm just like, well, hey, okay, regardless of what you guys think, Overlord, I think, is, like, for an anime that takes place in, like, well, you could say an RPG, like, universe or whatever, it's like, I still really enjoy it. Not just with the various stories that it portrays, like, as each season goes along, or, like, what arcs we venture through, but the lot of the characters you run into, they're actually really memorable. They have distinct qualities amongst each other.
Okay.
Especially the main protagonist, Ainzul Go.
Anywho, Dead Dragon.
Like, ever since part 1, we finally took down the massive grasshopper dragon.
Yeah, it's like, it took 9 videos, but, yep, we got the dragon. Yeah, so pretty much the whole reason why Graham defected, you know, yeah, it was jealousy. You know, he was just envious of, you know, how strong Lavitz's father was, and he's like, the only way he felt he could catch up was by going to the bad guys and getting the Dragoon spirit, apparently.
Ah. Clearly you have bested me in combat with the Dragoon. I am not worthy of the Dragoon's powers. Here, take my Dragoon powers away from me. It is yours, Lavitz. Oh, thanks. I'm going to assume that's what's happening right now.
Well, yeah.
Ah, okay, figured as
Well,
much.
yeah, you know, he's supposedly learned the error of his ways and everything, so this is something that you see here, so never mind the fact that his body just fucking disappeared. It's like, that never happens anywhere else. But, you know, when it comes to the Dragoon spirits, you know, the Dragoon spirits actually choose their masters. So, you know, the Dragoon spirit, even though it was given to Graham, it still recognized him and said, alright, yes, this is going to be my new master now. But now that Graham is dead, Lavitz steps forward. The Dragoon spirit now recognizes Lavitz. So now, this is pretty much how the whole spirit thing goes and everything. It's not so much anybody can grab a spirit and, oh, I'm a Dragoon now. It's like, no, you can have a spirit, but if it doesn't recognize you, you're not going to do anything with it. So the Dragoon spirits are the ones that are making the calls here.
It's better than... it's better off than Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Because it's the same kind of deal with that game with the blades, because the blades in that game, the characters like Pyra and all that, they actually start off as crystals. And to awaken them, you have to, the people who end up being their wielders have to touch the crystals. Problem is, the crystals don't accept everybody. And if you touch a crystal and you don't get accepted, yeah, blood explodes from your body.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, see, the Dragoon spirits aren't that violent. It's just, it's not like, oh, no, I don't like you. Okay, I'm going back to sleep. That's pretty much how it is. There's no, oh, you die.
Well, I don't think it kills you. It fucking hurts. I think it does put you out of commission for a little while, but I don't think I'd ever kill anybody. Chronicles 2. That's gonna have to be another one we do eventually. I know I want to do that one, but I feel like we have to at least do Xenoblade Chronicles 1 before that. And that's Russell's game.
Wait. Sorry, to what game now?
Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
Well, I'm gonna do 2. Russell has 1, but I would rather we do 1 before 2.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Okay, I get you.
Alrighty. So with that said, so Dragon is dead. And, oh snaps, Shauna's succumbed to the poison, so we gotta go take her to the nearest town, which happens to be Lohan. So we gotta take her to town, get her to a doctor real quick, and figure out how we can heal Shauna from the poison.